Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Lex Kane's TV movie reviews. Today I am reviewing the latest Doctor Who episode. I really did not like this episode at all. I still don't know why I'm reviewing it, but I'm going to give you my review. This is a spoiler review, and this is what I felt like watching it. I felt like this guy really depressed watching it. So, the episode starts with a character called Lord Gelpin, if I got his name right. If I got his name wrong, let me know. And he's talking to this gentleman, this man, and he says, "You've really discredited my family by seeing my sister, and you don't want to marry her. You just been a bit of a a womanizer character." Uh, when it felt not very Doctor Who when it was like that. And then he said, "No, no, no, I'm not gonna marry your sister." He said, "Oh, I like your face. I'm going to take your face." And he does this twist to his neck, and straight away he's not a human. And we find out later on what they are, and then he's took his appearance of his face, and then he walk with a sinister walk, goes back in, and the title sequence kicks in for Doctor Who. And the episode was called Rogue, as we know. Pretty short title, unusual title. But it's the name, spoilers ahead, of the character of this episode that's coming up. So we find out we're in 18th century England, and the year is 1813 in Bath in England. And there's one problem with this episode. The previous episode was all a bit of a racism type episode where the Doctor was the only ethnic background in it, and I thought that was a little bit bizarre. But in this episode, I thought was a bit strange. Was they've not researched the history of 1813. There was no rich ethnic backgrounds then in England. It was, you know, you know, basically Caucasian, you know, white people in that era. And slowly in time in history, ethnic backgrounds came in and took in the British culture. But I thought it was very bizarre, really bizarre. I thought, well, the previous episode had this, and now they've done this. Now, the writers are not looking at history, the way history worked, the way history things have been written down. So then, yet again, we see the Doctor. He's wearing another costume, and then yet again, his hair is regenerated again. Now with a ponytail. It was very very bizarre, and we see a painting again of the character Susan Twist, and it felt like going back to episode where Clara. There's a painting of Clara with the with Matt Smith's Doctor, where he's trying to find out the impossible girl is. Very much on those, very much in that background, story background, if you know what I mean. Very much like that again. And then we get to see this character called Rogue. Very much of a carbon copy of Captain Jack. Someone from the future. Very sort of loosely based jacket. The blue type colour jacket he was wearing. Very much Jack Harkness, Captain Jack Harkness. Very on that ground level. And, yet again, the sonic screwdriver is now a main character. It has to be used. Every scene has to have the sonic screwdriver in, rather than the Doctor thinking about things, because he's an alien. He should be more brainier than any other human being and stand out, but it's like it's gotta be a smart device. It's gotta be used in every scene like that, and I don't like that. It's become now a character, and I was very disappointed in that. And to me, it was pushing the boundaries. Not it was on 6:45 on BBC One, airing at 6:45, which is family time, and it's still the tea time period 6:45. It felt very adult on the nose on adult stuff, very nearly on the brink of the 9 o'clock um, schedule type thing, rather than 6:45, and very not much for kids. I reckon it was very not kid friendly this episode. That's just me, and I was very disappointed in the episode, and not a fan of this episode. And they're forcing down kids' throats. This Bridgerton thing, I'm not a fan of Bridgerton, but they're very focused on this. Um, you gotta have kids be kids, not be taught adult stuff when they're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When they get to 18, they're going to make that decision if they're going to watch adult content or not. Because some of it out there is very, very hardcore stuff and not very good. You've got to be really careful these days. And now they're getting preached at in kids shows, and I don't like that. It shouldn't be in a family show, sci-fi family show like Doctor Who, and that's really spoiled it. Really spoiled it now. So go on. I got a lot on this page I've written. Very on the 9 o'clock content side. This episode was. I didn't like that they were showing more of the Doctor being more human, and I don't like this in Doctor Who. He's an alien, and focusing on what his sexuality is, and no, he's an alien. He's supposed to be not from this world. He's supposed to be fighting monsters, aliens, traveling through time and space, going to different planets. We're getting to see, I'm this and that, and dancing and listening to Kylie Minogue music and looking very adultish, not childish like the Doctor is. And I also didn't like that they were saying we're not going back to the old Doctor Who, we're making new Doctor Who with Disney, and they had to show his past faces as the Doctor. And I thought that was really ridiculing Doctor Who myself, really stabbing it now. They're saying, oh, the Doctor's always been um, the Doctor's always been like this, what he is now. No, he hasn't. You're just tarnishing nearly 61 years of Doctor Who down the drain. You're basically putting it down the drain. And now they put in, even though Richard E. Grant's a brilliant actor, now they're putting in the Elseworld Ninth Doctor as one of the Doctors in canon. That was an animated short because they didn't know whether Doctor Who was coming back. So they made a Ninth Doctor. Now he's an alternative Ninth Doctor, apart from doing that comedy sketch they did, where he was the Doctor in a comical sketch. But that doesn't class. That was an Elseworld one as well. Now they're classing him as a physical Doctor, but it doesn't make sense. Well, why would you do that when you had the Eighth Doctor? Where does he fit in? It's bizarre. And the Fugitive Doctor, that's bizarre. That doesn't fit in. You're really killing it, Disney. You're killing Doctor Who here. Thank you, Disney. You've killed it. You've really killed it. That's what I'm thinking today. You may not be on my side on that, but you're really killing Doctor Who now for the true fans. And you've really, really disappointed fans. Um, so they had these aliens, and they were shifting aliens. They could take on different forms. They were like bird type aliens. But we've had that before in Doctor Who, shape shifting aliens. We had them in Star Trek. We've had them in Star Wars. We've had them in all shapes and sizes in different shows. It's not a new idea. And it didn't intrigue me. Oh wow, it's shape shifting aliens. They can take on different forms. It didn't intrigue me like Doctor Who used to do. Like wow, I didn't expect that. You know, that is gone. To me, that is gone. And you know, what else can I say? The ratings keep going down, which they are. And if they go down this week, I mean it's the end of Doctor Who, there of this current era, and I think they're going to bring out series 2 quickly as possible. I think they're going to put all the episodes on iPlayer now. I believe that now it's going to happen because they are losing money. They're not saying they're losing money, but they're losing audiences. When you're getting 2.6 million, was it last week? That's very poor for a show. That's the whole United Kingdom, Scotland, and Wales watching. You're not getting not getting 10 million or 13 million like he used to. These days are gone for Doctor Who. I mean, people woke up to reality and thinking, I don't want to be preached at. I want to be entertained. Um, so that's my opinion. I think they're going to axe Doctor Who, give it a 10-15 year break. I think fan content's going to be the future. And I think it needs a really hard reboot, retelling of the origin of the lore and the mystery of the Doctor again. I think they've got to reboot it hard. Get non-sci-fi writers in, like they did with original Doctor Who. Get true loyal Doctor Who fans who know the classic history of Who and know what works and what doesn't work. And take out the politics and just give us an entertainment show of fantasy. That's what it needs. You know, to me, this was a big, big decision for me what the score should be. And this is a short review. 0 out of 10. It's basically Disney who and BBC have put a nail now in the coffin of Doctor Who. It's killed it. It's killed Doctor Who. This episode has killed it. And I don't know what's going to happen next week. Um, it's just lost its capability. I like the mystery of Doctor Who. You never saw what was coming in original Who. That's why you had all these 3 and 4 parters. You knew that it was a Cyberman episode, but you don't know how the Cybermen were going to appear. Sometimes they didn't even appear till like the second episode or the end of the first party. Like Visitation episode. That was a very good one with the Great Fire of London plot at the end. You just don't know what was happening in those days. Now, it's like we've got to put it in a 45-minute episode. Boom, 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 boom. Not even a 2 part anymore. It's not even a story arc. It's standalone episodes. And, only with the Susan Twist thing that's in it. But yeah, to me, this is it. Doctor Who's finished. You know, it needs a hard reboot, a hard look at life and say, listen, we need to get some non-science fiction writers in here who can write mysterious stuff, and we need to get true sci-fi writers in who don't want to put politics in. They just want to give us an adventure through time and space. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. If you can leave some comments below, subscribe to the channel. Take care. See you soon.